What's up, guys? GM Raven back again. We are here for another edition of the Speedrun. I think this is day number 13. I'm going to have to double check that. I'm pretty sure this is day number 13. Here we are. We're going to get going. Gotta lower the volume. Some things never change. D4, F5. We got a Leningrad Dutch coming up. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. It's all coming together. Knight C3, Knight F6. Very interested to know when people are going to start playing the theory here. Very confusing stuff. I'm sure people are getting really bamboozled by this Dutch defense. They just have no idea what to do. Bishop G5. Okay, this guy is playing the theory. Is he going to take? Taking is one of those moves that is a beginner move, and it's also a GM move. Not an intermediate move, though. Intermediate move would be Knight F3. Okay. Takes. I will be extremely impressed if he knows what to do here. Pretty much he's just supposed to aim his knight for F4. Alright, let's see if he does it. If he plays Knight E2, I'm calling Kramnik. I'm calling my boy Vlad. Okay, that's a mistake. That's good to see. I won't have to wake Vlad up. I won't have to wake Vlad up to help me out of this GM. Yeah, Bishop E5, a very strange move. Yeah, the whole idea here is the knight really has to go to this D6 square. That is where the nexus of control is focused at the moment. So I'm just going to invest a lot of time to get my knight here. Maybe I want to place my bishop out of the way first on B4. And then after, yeah, this looks fantastic. I could have also even stuck my bishop on A3. It looks a bit unnatural, but I don't see that there would be any issue with it. Yeah, Black already has a real grip on the position. I'm just gonna castle and dig the knight into E4. Nothing could be the matter here. All right, let's play Knight D6. I'm drilling into E4. We might play Queen A5 next. Okay, he plays A3. We'll retreat. Definitely do not want to trade this bishop. Notice I have so many pawns on light squares. This is like the prime rib of the position. I am gonna make sure and fight tooth and nail to make sure and guarantee that this bishop stays on the board. I was just leaving it on b4 to put a bit of pressure and discomfort white a bit, but it definitely was not the intention of mine to trade it on c3. I do not want to trade it. No trades today, Buster. Alright, we could play Queen e7, castle's queenside. Got a lot of pressure here. Really great position. I can pretty much throw my knight to e4 whenever I want. The way that this system works is that if my knight is able to achieve getting to d6, if my knight is able to achieve getting to d6, then white has absolutely nothing. And it becomes a question then of if he can, at the very least, control and try to contain my play. Sooner or later, I'm going to get play on the king side with g5 and f4. A guy who really understood, okay, my bishop is just slipping through the cracks. Look at that. This is going to be very annoying all over again. I tell all my students of this, and even I just tell some randos on the street about this as well, that you always got to watch out for if this b-pawn advances. If it advances too far, often your bishop can go right back to this annoying square. This is a very uncomfortable pin now. He probably has to retreat his knight just to try to hold on. If he doesn't retreat the knight, there's going to be real issues with this knight here. He should play knight e2 and then slowly try to gradually fix his queen and get it out of that position. I love bishops. You know, back in the day, I had a few years, my whole bishops and knights thing, I grew up liking knights, then I switched over to bishops when I was around FM level, and then when I was IM, for a brief time, I really liked knights. Now I'm back to bishops. I like bishops a lot. Okay, he blundered. He dropped something, people. It's time to go. Knight e4, he takes, I can just snatch the queen. Very uncomfortable position for him. He's definitely dropping a piece here. It's time to go. We gotta get going, people. The train's leaving the station. Alright, I mean, we're waiting here. This guy's dragging it out. We gotta go. We gotta get moving. We got some football to catch. All right, queen d3. Should I take with the knight or the bishop? Both of those ideas look good. I guess the knight. This is slightly healthier harmony. If I had taken with the bishop, then, my knight is technically defending it. In some situations, it could be uncomfortable. All right, I really like g5. Okay, wait, no, g5. The knight comes to h5. Then I play g4, but then he throws in a check and digs the pawn out with a threat to my queen, so that would not be good. I'll just play g6. We're keeping everything together here. He could play queen a6 and try to tickle the bishop and attack the c pawn, but I could just play queen c7. No concerns there. He's dropping more material. And yeah, we're getting going. We're getting going here, guys. It's time to go. He plays queen a6, I'll take on a4 and covering c6 and a5. No issues whatsoever. Gonna castle here. Alright, yeah. Now there is no pin, so I can snack some more. It's never a bad time to snack. If he takes here, I play queen c3. I really like this move. I'm hitting the queen and I'm threatening mate as well. And I'm effectively trying to evacuate this knight out of the danger. A bit of everything, if you would. Yeah, this is very tough for him. Alright, come on, man. It's time to resign. You're down 2 rooks. You're down 2 rooks. It's over. It's time to go. Alright. He doesn't want to give up. This guy doesn't want to throw in the towel. He's bent on playing to the end. The crazy, I can keep dominating his pieces though. Look at that. I think I'm going to trap his bishop with g5 and g4. Alright, I'll play g5 here. I like g5 a lot. If he plays knight d3, I'll play h5 and then g4 is coming anyway. This guy has massive problems. Throw in a check. Play knight d1, attacking this pawn. I'm also just trying to get more time to play h5 and g4. His knight is running out of squares. His knight is running out of squares. h5, g4. Of course I can take on f2 whenever I want, but I'm waiting. I really want to wall this bishop in. Walling the bishop in is what it's all about. Right, let's take this way. I'll take. I'm attacking this pawn. If he takes, I will wall in his bishop. I said it once and I'll say it again. I'm walling the bishop in. It's like that movie WALL-E with the robot. And he's stacking up trash. And I'm here stacking the trash. And by that I mean I'm walling him in. I hope that made sense to everyone. It didn't make sense to me. Didn't make sense to me, but we're going with it. Yeah, this, I'm just honestly trying to make conversation to keep this entertaining, because this game is boring. This game is boring AF. Nothing to discuss here. I'm just up 2 rooks for nothing. What's he going to do? If he plays bishop g2, we'll play knight g4. There should be some type of checkmate. There really should be some type of checkmate here. It really is time to go. Alright, where is the mate? There must be some mate here. Okay, rook b. This should just end it. There's way too much pressure here. Okay, he gets 1 check. You got 1 check, kiddo. You got 1 check, but it's time to go. It's time to end things. Knight g4, double check, and rook e1 is going to be mate. Alright, perfect. We are up to 646. Slowly getting up there. Is that Estonia? What flag do you guys think that is? That looks like one of those like Eastern Baltic countries, right? Like it's not Lithuania. Lithuania is red, yellow, and green. I would bet it's Estonia. Let's see. Botswana. Wow, I completely missed that. All right, our opponent's going for e6, f6. Trying some funny business here. He is going to get demolished. I said it once, I'll say it again. People who treat the bird like a clown, I don't want to show them any mercy. Nothing evokes my rage and evokes my unbridled anger than people who treat the bird as a joke. It's not a joke. It's a very good opening. I beat Lanier Dominguez with it. It's a good opening. It gets me emotional at this point. Everyone just thinks it's a joke. Everyone thinks they've come to the circus. Well, who's the clown now, buddy? All right, let's play f5. What is the over-under that he sees that his knight is hanging? Okay. He dropped it. He should have played knight g4. Knight g4 would have created some threats, but he would have still been lost. Takes. I take with the knight. I'm hitting this. I'm hitting this. Game is pretty much over here. I guess he'll throw in a check. If he throws in the check, I'll play knight d2. Keep everything defended. All right, he's doing that. Half of me likes king f2. Yeah, I sort of like king f2, but there's really no need for it. Let me just play bishop d2 here. Bishop d2, nothing could be the matter here. Queen d5, all right, we'll take. That's check. We're going to win a queen. It's time to go. I'm hoping this guy throws the white flag in the air and resigns, because it's really time to go. Okay, he's not resigning. This should be already mate. Look at this. Queen e2, queen e7, knight e5, and all right, which way is he going to run? Well, this must be mate. Look at this. We got him. All right, nice. Checkmate. 654. Going on up. F4, another bird. Playing someone from South Korea. Cool. Yeah, I'll never understand what this beeping is that's coming out of my desk. Very strange. It just makes these sounds occasionally. Yeah, that is mind-boggling. I have no idea. There's just like this little rattling that... I'm sure someone in the comments is going to explain to me what it is. It makes no sense, though. There's nothing is plugged in there. I mentioned this in a previous episode. It just occasionally it makes sounds, and it's crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure there's not some like creature alive in the desk, but it just, for whatever reason, just every now and then it just starts like rattling. Maybe it's just something swaying back and forth. I have no idea. I got good news though. We dominated the knight here. Knight is completely trapped. Do not want to trade this bishop. Notice we have all pawns on dark squares. We want to keep the light squared bishop alive. I'm going to play bishop d3. Hopefully he doesn't harass me with knight b4. If he does, I'll just dip it back even farther to e2. No concerns there. All right, this guy really wants the bishop. He really wants it, but he's not going to have it. I'm digging him out. I'm going to play a3 next, boot the knight back, and then install my bishop right back on the classic good square. Bishop is going to be perfect here. Bishop is going to be poised perfectly for an attack. Notice that because we booted this knight off of this f6 square, the bishop is going to Boutros Ghali that h7 pawn. It's going to be really fantastic. It really is time to go. Yeah, with the bishop on d3, there are always these tricks of what is it, the Greek gift? There are always these tricks. All right, I want everyone to pay attention here. This is an important moment. Here, whenever they play f6, you want to try to strike on the light squares. That is a good rule of thumb. Normally, it applies in the French. It applies here as well, though. Pretty much when you see that there are knights here and here, we want to first. I want to push this knight back to make sure that d5 is as underminable as possible. And now we're going to play c4. Yeah, this bishop is going to shine bright like a diamond here. This is going to be extremely dangerous for black. I don't see how black is going to make it out alive. Because, yeah, things are going to get very ugly here. He takes, we take this way, we kick his knight out. And... yeah, it looks like we're just getting a dream position here. I talk about this so much, but if you can get pawns on queen 5 and king 5, it normally is just the end of the game. It's way too much to handle. And because I'm taking now while this square is still occupied, he can't move his knight into a normal square in the center, like e5. His knight has to choose between several terrible options here. All right, so I mean, everything is good here. Okay, we'll just take the piece. I don't know what that was. As ugly as it was, he had to just move the knight away. Now he's going to really be paying the piper. Knight c5. I'm gonna take, try to get some more tempi on the knight. I really love tempi. Tempi are really the name of the game. I just love getting a free move for nothing. It's like a sample at Costco. It's free. Let's play d5. Boot the knight out. Just continuing to take all the free tempi I can. If he plays knight c5, I'm going to take another free tempi. I'm installing the bishop on g5. I'll take that free tempi straight to the bank, sir. It's time to go. Actually, you know, knight c5, bishop g5, maybe he plays bishop e7. Maybe that's not really a free tempi. So knight c5, I'm thinking b4 is a better free tempi. All right. this knight just keeps on running around. The knight has yet to find a safe place. The knight has yet to find its rest. Okay, I'm just taking another piece. Now this is the tempo. Maybe it's not actually. But my idea was that now bishop e7 is a deleterious move. Deleterious, from what I understand, it means harmful. Harmful or toxic in some manner. So, yeah, this bishop e7 move is no longer useful. I had missed, though, that he could just take with the queen. Luckily for me, it's not a particularly bad blunder. Play knight c3. We'll happily trade queens. I'm up 2 pieces. Literally nothing to worry about. Spoiler alert, the GM is going to win this game. It's time to go. It really is time to go. 6:54. Let's get it done. Let's go, people. Man, I'm exhausted. I had a great day. I did a bunch of work in just various projects. I did a lot of work on this course I'm doing for a black repertoire. I went to the gym. I had a great workout. I'm able to finally start bench pressing a lot, and that's really nice. I worked out my chest today. Did a lot of bench press, a lot of dips. Working out is really fantastic. My life really changed, like, just on a brief personal aside, my life really changed when I started working out. This was like 6 years ago. Yeah, this was 2017 going into 2018. Up until then, I hadn't done any type of physical exercise except for basketball. And, yeah, life just completely changed when I started working out. It was really nice. Just gave me something to work forward to, especially, like, at moments in my life when I was very bored. And otherwise, like, just lacking a goal or lacking any immediate, I don't know, goalpost to strive towards. This should just be the end of the game here, no? He has way too many issues. I'm going to mate his king in the middle of the board. I'm playing for checkmate. It's time to go. I guess he could play bishop f5, but I'm going to play g4. I'm booting the bishop out. Here we'll play knight f6. Yeah, this position is really tough for him. This position is unbelievably tough. Yeah, I think, I mean, of course, this is a chess channel. I'm just thinking about it, like, my mental health, everything just improved so much. I had been struggling with depression, like 6 or 7 years ago. I mean, this isn't going to be like a personal channel or anything like that, or like a boo-hoo, what a sad story I have. Nothing like that. I've had a great life. But yeah, just thinking about it, I really think that was the turning point when my life went from being good to being great. Was when I started just working out regularly, making that a habit. Bishop c4. I'm still playing for checkmate here. Oh, I have a really cool idea. Knight g8 here, knight f6 here. Is that mate? No, he still keeps running. He plays king g7. So where is the mate here? Is it knight g8 here, check, king d7? All right, well, he's dropping another piece now. He's dropping another piece, but he might be surviving quite a while. All of these positions, I'm nowhere close to having checkmate. I'll just have to settle for being up several minor pieces in an endgame. Okay, that's mate. Oh, no, that's not mate. Sorry. King... I almost made that mistake. I thought that was mate. That's so funny. All right, here we could play. Okay, he just resigned. 662. Perfect. Where are we now? We're at 20 minutes. I guess we'll stop this one. I'm gonna record another right after. So, yeah, thank you for watching. We will be back for day number 14 probably in the next few days. Yeah, take care, everybody. It was a pleasure.